Good afternoon once again. We welcome you back to Baton Rouge. Pleased to be joined by Rice head coach Lindsay Edmonds. Also, as you can see on the table on the far side, we're joined by Malia Fisher and then also Destiny Jackson. We will, as we do, we'll allow Coach to make an opening statement. We'll address our questions first to the players, let them go back to the locker room, and then we can finish up with Coach. Coach, players, ladies, thank you for your time. Coach, microphone's yours.
I'm incredibly proud to be their coach. We came in here and we wanted to have the exact same mindset that we had in the conference tournament, and that was to come in and play our best brand of basketball and to not quit and to not give up and be relentless and have the 95 mantra that we've been working on be at the forefront of everything that we do. And I'm incredibly proud. We came in here, we fought for 4 quarters. We won 2 of those quarters against the defending national champion. And I thought we did a lot of great things. But the main thing that I'm proud of is that we never for 1 second quit or looked like we didn't believe that we belonged in this game. So very, very proud. I don't know if I can say that enough.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Let's open up for questions for the players first, please. If you'll address the players who you're asking your question to.
All right, Destiny, Malia, what was it like in the third quarter being on the court when the crowd really started getting into it and you knew it was kind of now your chance to make a push and keep the game going?
I knew at one point I'm running down the court and it was when the crowd was getting really loud, and I was like, I can't hear myself think. So it was a different environment, but I mean, you get used to it fast, and then you just kind of acknowledge it and then put it out of your mind, and that's what we did.
Yeah, it was really loud, but I just tried to block out the noise, but I enjoyed it, hearing the sound.
For sure.
Junior, the College Sports Report. Both Destiny and Malia, coming in this game, you all have played 40 games in 4 days. You won. Coach mentioned in practice that you carry that over to the next game. When did it all kind of like not overwhelm you, but said, okay, we're here, let's do this?
I think first quarter we came out and I felt really comfortable, honestly, on the court. I don't think there was ever a point in time when I was scared or overwhelmed. I would say that.
The first quarter, the first few minutes I was pretty locked in the first few minutes. But, I mean, I'm used to it, and I think we did a good job.
Yeah, Matthew Bernuth on 3. Malia, they're one of the more physical teams, I mean, in the country, really. Just how were you all able to go toe-to-toe with them on the glass and really just in all the physical areas?
We had to get used to it for sure. I think coming out, we were maybe a little timid, but I think once we got over that first punch that they threw, we absolutely hung with them, and I think it was just about playing our brand of basketball and hitting shots early to spread their defense out, and then being aggressive and, like I said, not being scared and taking it to them, because at the end of the day, we're all basketball players.
I'm sure y'all haven't had a chance to scroll through social media feeds yet, but the overwhelming response I'm seeing from Rice fans and folks online is that they're proud of you guys and how you fought today. How do you kind of feel about that, coming in the loss but playing the way you did?
I feel proud. I mean, we're basketball players. We came to work, came to fight, no matter who we're playing, just ready to get after it. I think we did that.
And I'll add, our support in our community is amazing, and being on this journey, starting from conference to now, I don't think anybody's doubted us. So I think just having them behind us has really added and contributed to our success.
Bryce Coon, 24/7 Sports back here. Can you just talk about the job that Susie did tonight? Obviously, I mean, comes in as a transfer, and just the growth both of you have seen from her and her ability to kind of really limit what Angel Reese could do offensively.
Fun fact: Susie actually played LSU her freshman year at Samford and scored 18 on them. So she came in with the right mindset of already knowing that she could hang with them and play with them, and I think she rubbed off a lot on us. But her abilities are unmatched, and playing with her and for her, it just makes me go even harder, and I'm so proud to call her my teammate.
She's really relentless. she's a beast in the paint. I'm really glad I got to play with her my last year.
For the players, Malia and Destiny, it's a pleasure meeting you. Congratulations on your magical run to get here and on your season. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate you joining us.
We can take these.
Yeah, you absolutely can. We'll give Coach the rest of the stack as well when we're done. Nice to meet you. Congratulations. Okay, we'll open up the floor now for head coach Lindsay Edmonds. Once again, we'll get a microphone too if you raise your hand, please.
It's kind of the same question, just to ask both the players, but what have you seen from Susie and her development and just what it's been like having her in the program and then seeing her perform today?
Yeah, unfortunately, Susie dealt with some injuries early on in the season. It was like highs and lows for her, and we saw her, go through some really hard days. So for her to be able to be rewarded the way that she's been, conference tournament and today is just awesome to be able to see it, because her team has rallied around her and lifted her on those dark days and had confidence in her and poured in her and made sure that she believed in herself, and she was able to showcase her talents down the stretch when we probably needed it the most. Everybody talks about Susie's ability to score the ball, and obviously she can, but her ability to defend and rebound at her size is pretty phenomenal. A lot of people try to just ISO her, but she's smart and she knows that she has to give everybody a step, and then she needs to just wall up because she's a big wall. So it's been a lot of fun to see her be rewarded the way she has.
Lindsay, it's one thing to talk about coming into an environment like this and playing the game you did, but what was the conversation like in between first and second quarter when you've kind of weathered their first punch, held them under 30% shooting, and it was a ball game?
Yeah, when we looked up at the end of the first quarter, we were like, it's 6-12. Okay, we are okay. We haven't hit shots, but we are doing okay. Our game plan defense, I thought, was tremendous in the first quarter. We were doing exactly what we wanted to do. And now in that quarter break, it was like, okay, settle in. And now the shots that we have been getting, knock them down with confidence. Let's get the ball inside with confidence. And so I thought we came out in the second quarter and played, obviously, much better because of that. But we weathered the first punch, and we knew we wanted to punch back, and we knew we were going to punch back. Just didn't know if it was going to happen at the end of the first or the beginning of the second. So they weathered it, and they punched back, and they kept punching and kept swinging. I mean, we cut it to 4. Late too. So just really proud of that effort.
I guess a follow-up on that, the poise of your leaders to when the stadium was rocking in that third quarter, and it kind of felt like this is LSU's chance to run away with it. They didn't. Did you have to say anything, or what did you see from the court of how your team kind of responded to that high-pressure situation?
I mean, I just remember looking out at them and doing the settle, and then I saw the players mimicking me. And I just think they have a lot of confidence in one another, and they pulled together, and they went on a run themselves. And so they weren't afraid of that moment. They weren't afraid of the stage. And I think we represented Rice on a national stage really, really well.
Coach, expound on that a little bit further, because now you have a base group that's been to, as I say, college basketball's promised land and have actually crossed the road. Now next season is upwardly bound. You're only losing one player, Destiny, because she's a senior. What's the upside now?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it in the locker room. Remember this feeling. Remember what it felt like to get here. But next year we want to go further. We want to go a step further, and that means summer work has to be harder. Preseason work has to be harder. If I'm being honest with them and I'm being honest with you guys, we didn't help ourselves with our seeding in conference play because we went on our skid that we went on. So if we don't have that skid and we play the way we should have played all through conference, then we're probably not in this matchup, and maybe we have a better matchup for us. So everything matters. We've already started talking about that. And I think everybody's going to be hungry to get back because, like you mentioned, we are losing a big piece with DJ, but we have everybody else coming back, and we signed a great freshman class as well. So excited for what the year can look like.
Just for perspective, and I know it's always it's not easy to compliment a performance after a loss, but so LSU lost at home once this year to South Carolina, I believe, and it was pretty close. So you come in here in a high-stakes game, and I think it was a 1-point game 3 times in the third quarter. you know, pretty close in the last 2 minutes. How do you put that in perspective? You know, just the kind of game you played today.
I mean, told our players, you know, our goal was to hold our opponents to 60 or less. We held the defending national champions to 70. Okay, it's not easy to do. We had 6 kills, which for us, 3 kills in a row. I mean, 3 stops in a row was a kill. So we had, you know, 6 kills. Like you mentioned, we had it at 1 a couple of times in the third, and pretty close down the stretch. Like we did that. We showed up and we did that. We were not afraid of the moment, and we were ready to play. Like I said, we proved that we were here, and that we were not going to just be someone that they were going to be able to run over or walk all over. And that was because of their unwavering belief in one another and their unwavering confidence in our game plan and what we were trying to get accomplished today.
Any other questions for Coach? Coach, congratulations on your season. It's a pleasure having you here. Wish you the best of luck in the future.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. That'll wrap it up for this Friday here in Baton Rouge. We'll be back tomorrow at 1:25 with interviews for both LSU and Middle Tennessee. Until then, have a great Friday evening. We'll see you tomorrow.